So how do you take an empty piece of land and then make $5 million in profit in less than 24 months? So that's what our friends Ryan and Heather did. And we toured their brand new RV and Glamping Resort in Branson, Missouri. So let's go on a tour of their property and show you exactly what they did in order to profit so much money. But first, coffee. Okay, so when you first show up to their property, there's this huge camp store that is amazing. And then they have the best coffee in Branson, Missouri. And we needed it because we actually were in the middle of our launch trip for our new A-frame Airbnb, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from their campground. But let's see whose latte art's better, mine or hers? Press. Well, okay. So clearly latte art needs some work. Heather, you won this round. Anyways, let's jump into her story. The first part of this was going into her retail space. And when you go into the camp store, it was beautifully designed. And so Heather told me this is her first time actually designing a retail space.
All right, what was the hardest part of like designing this?
So the hardest part of designing this is just the fact that it's like a commercial space, right?
Yeah.
A retail space, and I've never designed a retail space. How many lights do you need? Where do you place them? How far apart do they need to be?
Yeah.
The electrical in general, like this is what I want it to look like, but
Yeah.
then getting down to the nitty gritty, they're like, okay, how many electrical outlets do you need? What kind of electrical do you need on each wall? And those are the kind of things that I didn't know until I was asked, and then had to kind of figure things out on the fly. Like, okay, this is definitely where we're putting the fridges, and so this is where we need the electrical.
Okay.
So it was having to make decisions really quick on the layout.
When you first walk into the property, you check into the camp store, which is also where you check in for your reservations. But there's also racks of any produce or food or even alcohol that you have. And thanks Ryan and Heather for letting us pick a whole bunch of local brews for our boat trip later that day.
Daddy, look at this.
Ooh, Bigfoot toys. Don't worry, hey, we will buy some shirts and stuff here later.
All right, just pick one.
Oh my gosh.
And then we got to see the back end of their pizza shop as well as their lounge.
Oh, what's the most pizzas you ever made in one day?
Ooh, Charlie, what's the most pizzas we've ever made in one day?
28.
Yeah. And we usually don't start making pizzas until like 4.
And then when you head on right outside is the best coffee shop in Branson. And they have delicious seasonal coffees that they make from their espresso machine.
Okay.
Hot or iced today?
Oh, let's go iced.
Iced?
So did you get the Woodsman?
I'm gonna get the Woodsman today. Usually they know.
I usually do a flat white.
I feel like because it's called the Embers, I want to try the Embers.
It's very
It is
good.
good. So it's basically a Spanish latte. We stayed at a place in Scottsdale, and it's the first time I had a Spanish latte, and it was so good. And we try to recreate that.
And Heather may beat me in my latte art making contest right now that she doesn't know that we were having.
Will she nail it? Let's see.
Pressure's on.
All right, what's the odds here? Yes or no?
I think she'll get it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Moment of
We gotta
truth.
put the milk away. All right, let's see if we can do
She's
anything.
tapping down the bubble. She knows. Oh, it's coming out. Hey!
As good
We
as it
gotta
gets today.
leave.
All right.
Look at that. Nailed it.
Here you go.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh, you should look inside, babe.
There we go.
Ooh, wait, you didn't do this. You didn't do this.
Wow.
You're taking credit. You can take credit.
Was it you? Yeah. Amazing. There we go.
And then now we get to the glamping side of things. There are both tents that are on the floor as well as raised tents above. And the raised ones have their own private hot tub. Like, how cool is that?
How many glamping tents do you have?
We have 15 glamping tents and 2 custom cabins.
Like 15. And then is there a price difference between the raised ones and the not raised ones?
There is. These are our premium ones. They've
Okay.
got the hot tubs underneath. They overlook the golf course next door.
Okay.
And then we have this same version on the ground, and then we've got a little bit bigger version for families too.
How hard was it to frame out? Or did this kit already come with like a frame out?
It does not. It only comes with the canvas. So all it comes with is, the canvas and the posts.
Yeah.
And then everything else you
Had to
basically custom
design.
make.
So you got views of a golf course while you're camping, glamping. And then the insides of these, oh my God, so beautiful. Look at them.
Oh, it does overlook a golf course. How cool. Oh, this is so cute. Wow.
we bought the kits, these tent kits. Obviously, we put them on a very unique raised deck.
Yeah.
But the kits came with canvas walls and doors, and we wanted a completely different layout because we really wanted to capture the golf course, and this is where the sun comes up too. So we wanted the bed to be the feature when you walked in the room and to be able to capture the windows. And so we built out a wall so that we could put in electrical and the mini splits.
You guys, this is so cute.
Thank you.
Like, God, hey babe, you're gonna love this. There's 2 beds.
Yeah, so that's a trundle bed. So,
There's 3 beds.
Yeah, so that can sleep 2 extra.
Wait, then what's on this side then? Oh wow. Whoa. All right, good job, guys. Oh my God. Hold on, and then yeah, go look on the left and then go to the right at the very end. It's a trundle bed too. So there's the one that pops up from the bottom. And then, hold on, no, go.
Oh, okay.
Sold.
Their own bathroom. Oh, see, this is my type of camping.
So what's this usually run a night?
Well, it depends on the time of year.
Yeah.
Peak season, if things are getting booked up, these will go up to $450 a night, but you can get them in off season down to about 200.
Okay.
And then our I'm going to say base
Yeah.
tents, you can get those for right around 100 to 125.
Okay.
All in all, those glamping tents, let's just do some quick math. They go for $450 a night in the peak season. So $450 a night times, say 365 days, but you're only occupied 45% of the year. That means each glamping tent is bringing in $74,000 in gross revenue for a tent. That is ridiculous. And that's one of 15, by the way.
So these are just the same layout as the house tents. They're just ground level. We'd really love to put hot tubs in all of these tents, like the surrounding walls, because that's a huge draw.
And then after that, let's talk about the cabins that they have. They have 2 standalone, we'll call them modern A-frame-ish cabins that are just absolutely stunning. Full homes that you can rent out that are beautiful.
Let's look at this. What do we got here? Oh, how cute is this, huh?
There's also some stairs.
Yeah.
Carefully, please, on that.
Whoa.
And it also has some
Super cute. Oh, I love the wallpaper choice.
So yes, touring aside, a beautiful facility, but how do you actually run it? My wife actually asked Ryan and Heather a really good part about like how much effort are you putting into this? Because it looks like a lot of effort. And his answer is really surprising.
We're here, we live locally, but we are not on-site managers at all. That's what we hired you to do. So it's a training process to get them to understand, like, you have the power to make decisions and figure things out. Like, you can spend money. It's okay. Like, solve the problems. And then if you need help solving a problem, give us a call. But we're not here that often anymore. I mean, definitely during the startup for sure. And we check in a lot. Obviously, we drop our kids off right down the street for school, and we'll come over, and I cruise through at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah. And we're having meetings with our teams regularly for, the coffee shop and the camp store and stuff like that. That way, there are any obstacles that we need to overcome or things that come up, or we're like, hey, you know what, we need to do something differently. We need to change our systems or processes. It's always a constant, but this is not a 40-hour-a-week, job for us. We didn't create a job we created teams and systems to run it. So, and it takes time, but we're finally got to the point where it's like, our teams have the authority and knowledge on how to take care of things, deal with, guests and all that. So it's been fun.
And on top of that, he empowers his managers to make decisions. So yes, you have to empower your team and your managers especially to make important decisions. Like what happens if there's a fire on property? Right? All those things your manager should be able to understand what to do. And on top of that, they have all of the facilities built out. Their laundry facility for the back end for all of their glamping tents and cabins, fully built out.
This is our laundry facility. So this is for our housekeeping team. We've got essentially 17 short-term rentals on site with all of our tents and cabins. So we've got linens for all of those that we have to rotate, towels, all that good stuff. So this is our guest laundry. So we have coin and credit card operated laundry for our guests as well.
Now is that run through you guys? You have a third-party company or no?
No, this is us. This is another stream of income. So when you have something like this, you've got multiple streams of income. You've got laundry, you've got golf cart rentals, firewood, ice, everything from our camp store. But it's also another amenity for the guests because a lot of our guests are traveling full-time or they travel for long periods of time.
Wait, how much is this making?
Almost $400 a week sometimes. Yeah.
And then we have a microwave and iron. Like, we want to do things that, all these little things that are inexpensive add-ons for our guests that are, in the glamping tents. The glamping tents don't have microwaves, but we've got one here. So it's just one extra thing that we can provide to them.
And they add software that automates this much like guests. And not to mention they have on-site staff that are 24/7 too. This is an outdoor hotel. You charge like one, you handle the guest experience like one, and it's so fun. Okay, we've seen it and the business works and they're not done yet. They finally finished and they're up and running for their first glamping resort. What's their biggest lesson learned? But what's the biggest lesson learned for each of you on this project?
For me, I would say, building this out, we knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I would say there was just so many moving parts. We didn't hire a designer for this one, and that was something, it's a lot to design.
Did you design it?
I did. It was terrifying, but it was fun. And I have a lot of opinions on, how I want it to look and feel, how we want our guests to feel and experience it. So that was really important, but all those little tiny decisions, from the lighting fixtures to all those things, that's just a lot. So this next project that we're working on right now, we brought in a designer because I was like, that was the help that I needed. I needed somebody to help me with direction. I know kind of the direction I want to go, but I want somebody to help me with, refining those details and thinking outside the box. And again, I'm not a designer, so being able to bring somebody in that can quickly think outside the box and say, this would be really great, and things that I would never even think of. So I think building a bigger team than what we started with on this one was something that we learned along the way.
I think one of our standard answers too is the engineering work. So we had to do quite a few revisions to our engineering work on the fly. We thought we were getting not a budget job done, but we went with a cheaper option, and that's what we got. We got what we paid for on the engineering. They had pedestals on the wrong side, or they were going to put in a 4-inch water main, which would have cost us tens of thousands of dollars more for a hookup fee rather than the 2-inch that we had them go back and redraw, and a lot of various things that way. As well as, I guess, kind of tying right next to that is, if you think you've got a bad contractor doing a particular piece of work, we had real struggles with our first plumber. We should have let them go a lot earlier because we basically had to redo all of their work, and it really was visible. We were trying to be the nice guys, and sometimes you can't. You just gotta go in there and say, hey, I'm sorry, this isn't working out. Bite the bullet. We've already paid them, so you're on a loss for that, but move on to the next one.
And you bring it back to, they can't do everything themselves. It is all about the team. Who you trust from every single process. Is it the designing? Is it the planning? The building? All of that, they have to make sure that they're able to delegate and build in margin for that team, because you can't build something this fast with just you. And you can't operate it moving forward either. And being able to add in margin to be able to pay operators a good wage and still be profitable not only increases your NOI, your net operating income, it increases your evaluation, which is how they were able to appraise for $7.8 million 2 years after. That's crazy. And now they still have room to grow revenue, which means that as you think about how commercial facilities are actually evaluated, it's the net operating income, how much money are you bringing in after expenses, divided by a capitalization rate, which basically just shows a percentage rate of return over a year on that specific investment and that investment type. And that's how you can increase. If apartments are anywhere between a 4 and a 7 cap, glamping resorts could be anywhere between a 6 and a 10 cap. So all in all, there's still a ton of room for growth here. There are spots on the property where they can still add either additional RV spots, they can add additional tents, they can improve the amenities, and a few miles away, they're working on a second resort already that is lakeside. So this is right off the water and is a brand new project that I'm sure they're gonna, again, knock it out of the park. What's next?
So right now we are working on, we just closed a few months ago on a trout lodge, as we're calling it. I'm just a few miles down the road. And so this isn't an RV park, it's not a campground, it's not a glamping resort, it's an old motel, and it is on the lake. It's on a fishing lake. So this is Trophy Trout Fishing Lake. It's Lake Taneycomo. We've got 19 boat slips, 3 docks. We have a fleet of boats. We just replaced the whole fleet. It was so charming, but it had not been updated in a long time. So there's so much potential there. there.
Well, Ember's turned out beautiful, so I'm sure this is gonna even be more fun because now you got a whole lakefront property to work with. And if people wanted to see that progress and what you guys are doing, what's the best way to connect with you guys?
I post a lot. I'm always doing the documenting, and they can follow us on Roaming Home Heather is my Instagram, Roaming Home Ryan, and then our individual site or social media is The Drift Branson and The Embers Branson for Instagram and Facebook.
So yeah, if you ever thought about opening a camping or glamping resort, make sure to give Ryan and Heather a follow. If you're ever in the Branson area, please check them out. Actually, check both our A-frame out, which I'll leave the link down below, as well as their resort out. You gotta stay at both. I mean, it's two different experiences. Ours is very in the woods, out of the area. You get to feel a real sense of nature. And here, you get a more glamping full resort experience. So two different sides of Branson. I just love how easy Branson is to get around. So it's a beautiful area if you haven't gone already. Really great golf, like amazing, amazing, amazing golf. So many different ways to go out. So Ryan and Heather, thanks so much for sharing your story. I'll leave all their profiles linked down below. If you actually want to see a video of us building out the A-frame cabin, I will leave that linked here, or you can click this little bumper card up here. Anyways, my name is Josh Palavino. I'm a marketer and a real estate investor. I'm just showing what we're doing as we try and build our income through marketing and real estate investing and our day jobs and everything in between. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to like and subscribe because I'll be sharing more stories, and I will see you in our build up video. Cheers, guys.